any percent. And if you are so inclined to donate for the next few hours, you are eligible to win a Kirby 64 complete in-box copy. It only costs you $5 to enter to win. You can put that to some incentives like the Shovel Knight, the Shovel Knight New Game Plus Boss Skill demonstration. That's only at $51 out of $200, or maybe the Bubble Bobble Good Ending. It's at $115 out of $200. So yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be having the Wizards and Warriors run in just a second.
Room?
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I am fantastic.
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Been enjoying this marathon.
Great. Glad to hear it.
Same.
So we're almost ready to go, and then we'll let you do your thing.
Yeah. I figure I better give you some audio just to make sure you got some balancing.
Appreciate it. Makes our lives easy.
I'm gonna go inside the game so that it doesn't cut out again.
Perfect.
I always forget that sometimes.
Alright, I'm ready if you are.
We're all good to go, live and all that?
Yep.
Alright, so I have a quick setup that I've got to do. It won't take very long, but I always want to explain it so viewers know what's going on. So I'm going to do a hard reset here with this game. So I'm going to power it off, turn it back on, and I'm going to start a timer, and I'm going to do a soft reset at a specific time. It's about 20 seconds in. We also use SDA on this, so if I was using my actual timer for it, I'd be doing about 12 and a half seconds in, but I'm going to play it a little safe and reset it a little early, just to make sure I don't overshoot it. So, just reset it there with a soft reset, and I should be good to go. And like I told you, Cass, time will start as soon as Kurosa... I'll say now, but it'll start when his feet touch the tree. So, alright.
Yep.
I'll get going now. And... now. Alright, so... Thank you. So... the reason I did that reset was to grab that pink potion right there that I just picked up, which allows me to jump higher and grab that pink key immediately. Otherwise, I'd have to wait a lot longer for that potion to spawn. Oh, that was really good door luck. So those gray doors right there are 100% random as to when they open. So I have to hope that they open up right away for me. You notice that I'm collecting gems here. Every single level I have to collect a set amount of gems. Oh, awesome door luck. It stayed open. Okay, that's fine. I'll play it a little safe. Okay, we made it. That was a little risky. So I took a big jump out there to jump on that fly to get the boost up that I needed, but risked falling. So I'm glad that it worked. Alright, 100 gems. That's how many I need for this level. As you saw there, that red knight kind of moved to the side from that tree branch. I wouldn't be able to enter it until I had those 100 gems. So here I'm just going to fall, hold right at that beehive so I can grab this dagger. Dagger is very important, or rather a throwing weapon is very important, because I can pick up objects from afar that are set on this the screen, meaning like they are already built in, not from a drop. Oh, that wasn't too bad for door luck either. Not a good boss pattern, though. Alright, that's fine. Alright, you notice that I was kicking that boss? I picked up those Boots of Force. That is the most important item in the game. Because A, it deals the most damage to anything in the game. It does 3 damage. Versus the dagger or the axe, which I'll replace later, which will do 2. The dagger does 1. And the sword only does 1. And the boots also allow me to open up chests like this one here without actually having the colored key for it. So it is incredibly useful for me. Here I need to do a jump by jumping back and Alright, I got it. Alright. That's one of the hardest jumps in the game. So basically I have to jump back in order to trick the game into thinking that that platform extends further out than it actually does, so that I can make that jump. Otherwise I'd have to get a potion, either a blue potion or a pink potion in order to make it. I explained what the pink potion was, that makes me jump higher. The blue potion makes me move faster horizontally. And the red potion makes me invincible to enemy damage, except for bosses. Okay, 70 is good. I have to constantly keep track of my gem count as I go through this, to make sure I didn't miss anything somewhere. And have to go back. 95 is exactly what I want. Never mind, because I apparently picked that one up, so I'm going to have to pick that there. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I might play this boss fight a little safe, we'll see. So I want only -4 health going in. I'm now at -5 because I got some bad luck with an enemy spawn, so we'll see how this fight plays out. Think that's right? Okay, this should be fine. Okay. So, the spot that I ended up getting on, there's a few pixels wide that if I levitate there, I got that potion of levitation. If I levitate there, none of the baby bats will hit me, which was very fortunate for me because I was low on health. If they had hit me, then I would have to do a much slower fight versus the mother bat. I'm going to explain one thing, and then if there's donations, you can go ahead. But right here, I need good bubble luck. Not getting it so far. Alright, I got 1 out of 2. The bubbles can do have two different random factors to it. 1 for how long it takes to spawn, and 2 for how fast it is. I got a fast bubble, but it took forever to spawn. There isn't much else in this stage here, though, so yeah, if you have a donation or a plug, you can go for it now.
Sure. We don't have any donations currently. Looking at you, chat. Can change that. But, you know, hey, I still have my challenge. You got 5 hours to donate $105, and we reach $6,000. So make it happen. You donate $5, you're entered to win a Kirby 64 cart over the next few hours. So just $5. Kirby 64, complete in box. Please, make it happen.
It's a good game.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I got the fast fight. Alright, so 2 things happened there. 1, I levitated through a wall. That's really all I did. I went up into the corner, I held up, and I jumped. That's the easiest clip ever. And right there, what happened with the fight, if I deal damage to the boss and I take damage, like on a certain frame interval afterwards, I'm not entirely sure where it's at, but if I do it on the right frames, the boss will hug me. And I can run over to the door while I'm still in iframes when I can't attack, and then just kill him there, which means it's a lot faster fight because I don't have to run all the way to the door after the fact. And you did notice that I picked up the axe in the last level, so that is the first difference between any percent and all stages. Any percent would not pick that up. But all stages we use it for a couple of bosses, which makes them a lot faster. Interesting thing to note about those secret doors that I'm going to be going in and out of, like that one I just did. If I pick up the gems inside of there with body contact, they only grant me 1 gem. But if I pick them up with a throwing weapon, this is why it's very important to get a throwing weapon. If I pick them up with the throwing item, it instead gives me 2. So I can cut down my gem, like, scavenging a lot by doing that and going in and out of some of these doors.
Wins Gym Farming Simulator 2018.
Maybe when I go back to old strats. This category used to be a lot longer for the final levels specifically, and I'll get to that more when we get to it, but the category used to be around like 25 minutes long, all at the mercy of randomness, until we discovered something we'll discuss later. $170, that's good. I have to be careful not to hit another hidden door that was right there to my right. Got 200, which is exactly what I need. I've got good health. Missed the fast fight on this one, but that's alright. And I'm gonna start counting here. You may or may not hear me, because I'll try and keep it quiet. And I'm gonna let Papat try and explain this for me, because it's really hard to explain it while I'm counting.
Sure. So Terex is going to be collecting some gems in an invisible box, and the box has 15 gems in it total for when you spawn it on screen. The nice thing is you can despawn it by getting it off screen and then coming back, and it'll still have that same 15 as long as you don't completely empty out the box. So he's going to try to do 3 cycles of 14 here because it has 15 in there, to make sure that he has enough so that he doesn't have to do a bunch of extra farming later on.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a lot harder to explain that between counts.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. So in any percent, you wouldn't actually do this at all. You would skip all of this. Or as far as the gem count go in this level. Because you actually glitch back into the first level rather than playing through the full game, which is why I'm playing all stages. And I accidentally despawned that box, which I did. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that one... We'll see if the door gives me good luck. Oh, it did not. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, it kind of was good there. 93 is a little low, but that's alright. Hey, I got a drop. That's fine. I'll be perfectly fine with this now. Now here I'm going to climb up, grab this key, and get the worst item in the game. Why did somebody program something that stops time when I need enemies? Alright. So, I did another boost off of that fly. I'm going to go straight into this boss door. I'm going to hold down and buffer the axe throw. I'm going to take damage, and then I can kick the boss the rest of the way. So that's the first instance of why we need to get the axe. Because if I had the dagger there, I would end up having to 3-cycle that spider. It makes it a lot faster. Also, we rescued Penelope, the best 8-bit damsel. There is no question about this. Alright, so if you ever played this game before, this is probably the level that you got walled on the most as far as the platforming goes. Oh, I did make it. Didn't think I was going to. Just because pretty much the entire level is these 1 tile wide gaps, and you just gotta deal with blocks moving in and out all the time. And it just is not a fun time on your first time, usually.
Yeah, a bit of a maze trying to figure out where everything's at.
Yeah. So one thing to note, like, with my movement on this game, in order to actually, like, move quickly, I have to try and release my jump inputs. Ooh, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay. It went back in. Alright, it's back out. This is fine. Anyway, I have to try and release my jump inputs to where I drop down onto a block or where I'm landing as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I'm still in the air and I'm losing time for that. Alright, 29 gems, that's standard, that's really good. Sometimes that door will, like, eat gems for some reason. I'll come out at 27 and then I'm in trouble. Not the potion I wanted. So, I was hoping for a blue potion there. It's not exactly that useful there because, like I said earlier, it increases your horizontal speed. You'd think that would be more useful than it actually is. Because, you know, most of this game is all vertical. So, you know, the horizontal speed does nothing for us. If I end up getting a good, you know, flat stretch, then yeah, that's fantastic, but it's not that often. 48, wow, I'd never get 48, that's good. Usually I'm at 45. So I got a couple of drops in there. Oops, didn't go left. Drop down, I just need to get 1 red gem. Red gems are worth 2, and the pink gems are worth 1. And that's the end of that level, just need 50 of them.
So the big time save in any percent overall stages is the fact that there's no damsel to save for this stage.
Yes. So any percent goes back to the first stage, like I said earlier, and you replay through the first 3 stages, and the game doesn't count what stages you've completed, it counts how many of the damsels in distress you've actually saved. And since we cut out a full level for that, like, it makes it much, much faster. Not to mention there's a lot less randomness to it than all stages has. No, I got both gems there. That never happens. Red key, let's go. This level I do actually have to collect all the keys in. Very few levels do I actually have to do that. 46 is good. 1, 2, 3. You have time for donations again, if you have any.
I do. We did get a lovely $5.09 donation from Aviv Pizza. It says, 1 Kirby 64 and 1 Mario Party 2, please. I always believed. That's a very important donation because it took us to $5,900.69. It's a pretty good number.
Great number. Yeah, speaking of 69, we're gonna have Mega Man 6 and 9 right after this.
Oh my god, it's wonderful.
It's amazing. Alright, I'm gonna grab that meat, just for safety. As far as bosses go, aside from Malkill, the final boss, this is probably the worst nightmare of everybody. Right. Mostly because this boss has 4 phases to it, each with a rather large health bar. 200 is what I need, that's good. Alright, I need to be careful here. Alright, play it safe now. Okay, so what I am doing right now, if I levitate multiple times, it'll push me into the wall. This is how you actually do any percent. You, in stage 5, just go back all the way to the left of that stage and just hit up a bunch of times and pushes you back into the first level. But I can do that here in any of the boss fights as well. I have to be incredibly careful with it though, because if I go too far, I actually soft block the game and fall infinitely. So I have to be very careful, but it makes that fight a lot faster. Alright, we're on to the final stage now. This is the reason why we called it Gem Grinder. Let's see, back then it was Gem Grinder 2014, I think, or 2015. We used to have to grind out gems from enemies. I have to get 100 gems here, but they only give you 50 of them actually in the level. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 2 hidden block gems there. So I actually ended up discovering that you could, respawn those gems if you left gems inside of it. I thought, though, that it meant that you had to die to do so. So it still cut down a ton of time because we didn't have to grind it entirely from enemy drops. But it was still pretty long. And then I found out that it wasn't the death that did it, it was just scrolling the block off screen. I'm gonna do that. 2, 4. So I'm gonna be here for a minute. 4. Back and forth. 4.
You have a nice blue potion to respawn them faster.
Yeah. 3, 4. 4, 5. That drop meant that I can end over here. Except I didn't scroll it off screen. I'm an idiot. I have to get another drop now.
Oh.
Gem Grinder!
Gem Grinder 2017. Right here, guys. So, this is what we used to have to do. There we go. Alright. So, now it comes down to Malkill. This boss sucks a lot. I'm actually going to take the death, given how low I was there. I have to hope that he appears for me. He may not actually appear at all. For quite a long time. And I'm going to hope that he appears in this spot right in front of me, because that'll deal the most damage to him. I also have kind of a glitched fight right now where he's attacking off screen, and that normally doesn't happen, but sometimes it does, and it's really annoying. Okay, I got 3 hits, that's good.
Give him the kick.
Oh yeah.
Das Boot?
Spawn! Ah! This is my pain. Okay, I'm gonna swap strats. I shouldn't have swapped strats. Alright, there we go. Alright, time is coming up when as soon as I hit the door. And time.
GG.
GG.
Oh man, it all comes down to Malkill.
Alright, 1733.
1733, I'll take that. That's fantastic. I've got the record at 1658, so you know I'll gladly take a 17 given the Malkill fight. All right, so yeah, that's Wizards and Warriors all stages. We have Saved by Princess.
And we earned 100,000 points.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get the high
Most
score.
important
Just watch.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
what should my 3-letter name be?
Ooh. M. N. G.
N
No,
N.
N-U-G. N-U-G for Nuggies, of course.
Oh, yes. Where's my U? All right, N-U-G. All right. Yeah, we got to use the rub button. I never have used that before. Nice.
Where's the rub?
Stir Nug,
Sir
dude!
Nug, yeah. Sir Nug.
Sir Nug.
First place, guys.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So yeah, Wizards and Warriors. So now I get to play Mega Man 6.